Yo guys, I'm Grubby and I heard about this great game called Warcraft 3 and I wanted to try it out. But before I ever play a game of Warcraft 3, first I wanted to make sure to know how to play the game. A good cook uses a recipe and a good RTS player uses a build order. So I found this build order from this awesome creator that makes a lot of guides in Warcraft 3 and I set around to trying it out. Here is my demo playthrough in Warcraft 3 with that build order. And I'm going to be live commentating what I think the guy was thinking when he made it. Are you ready? Let's jump into it. I played this game earlier today and I'm going to be commentating what I'm doing. I came up with this build order to help new players have a fun way to have multiple win conditions and play the game. So, 4 wisps go to gold, 1 makes an altar of elders, and then the first new wisp in production that comes out builds a moonwell. Try to keep 1 or 2 wisps in production always. The next new wisp is going to go over to any creep camp around you. I'm going to be heading over to this creep camp, denoted by an orange circle on the map. And I'm going to build an Ancient of War relatively close next to it, but not too close. Okay. I'm going to build another wisp here, put it in production, and rally my Tree of Life to the trees. That way the wisp will automatically start harvesting lumber from the tree line. We rally our altar towards the creep camp where we are going to be farming our first set of neutral NPCs, neutral mobs. They will give gold, items and experience, which raises our power level. Getting resources is just one way of getting stronger, farming creeps is another. When altar finishes, start a Keeper of the Grove hero. Meanwhile, try to keep a constant slew of wisps in production. Keeper of the Grove is a hero that has summons, that means he can make extra units. When you hit 16 out of 20, which you can see in the top right, the 16 being the population you have, 20 how far you can extend towards, build a second moonwell. This is a supply giving structure that allows you to make more units. When Ancient of War finishes, start 1 archer production. Meanwhile, try to keep producing extra wisps all the way until you would reach the number 21. We're currently at 19 with our first archer and keeper in production. When we make 1 more wisp, we're going to be at 20. So once we're at 20, queue up 1 more wisp behind the one that's currently producing, as you see. When the archer finishes, attack the creep, immediately run back when the arrow is in the air, and then uproot the Ancient of War. It will draw aggro from all the creeps. Use Ancient of War to attack creeps, and also eat 1 tree from the tree line. This is why we built close. At 21 population while we're doing this, or if you can't handle that much at the same time, it can be after you finish this camp, start a Hunter's Hole. It's okay if you're slower than what I'm showing. After you finish this camp, bring your Keeper and Archer to your expansion and take 1 wisp from your main base and bring it here as well. Start the creep camp of a gold mine nearby you. There's many different maps in Warcraft 3. So how hard the camps are may differ a bit, but either way, try. Send the wisp and make a Tree of Life. This is called an expansion or expo, and build it before you even finish the camp. Keep summoning new Force of Nature treants and use them to help farm this camp. We make a second archer from the Ancient of War after rooting it. By the way, make sure not to last hit any creeps with the Ancient of War. That denies the experience you would get. At 23 population, we start a second Ancient of War in our main base. And after our second archer finishes, which for me is now at 3 minutes 25, your results may differ and that's okay, we're all new. Huntress will be produced from the Ancient of War. One cool thing you can do is make control groups. This is done by pressing Ctrl and 3. If you take Ancients of War in your group by clicking 1, then holding Shift and then left clicking the other Ancient of War that's producing, and then you press Ctrl 3, henceforth you can press the number 3 to refer to them. You can then produce units from the Ancients of War. So you would do 3 and then hit the hotkey for Huntresses. I have both in a group, which allows me to make Huntress from both at the same time. Okay, after finishing 3 creep camps, we just search random various green creep camps to try and get level 3. Our expansion is building, things are coming along nicely, and this expansion is a nice win condition for us. If we have it, we have bonus money, which gives us more margin for error and we can make more units. In order to defend it, we're going to use one wisp to build an ancient protector. This is a powerful defensive structure that can help defend that expansion against attackers from the enemy. Try to always have the treants open the hit on creeps so that all the creeps hit the treant rather than your real units. I actually got one treant stuck here by accident. You can use wisps to scout around the map, but that's something to worry about later. As a beginner, try not to worry too much about scouting. When our expansion finishes, we start extra wisp production so that we can fill up and saturate the gold mine. That way we will have 10 wisps mining across 2 different bases in the gold mine, which will double our income effectively. At level 3, we pick second ability Entangle. This should be used primarily on units, not on heroes. I do it over here. I do a few hits, and then I walk away. The Entangle will take care of the rest. Look at my XP bar on the Keeper of the Grove. Do you notice how I have 523? And now 563? That's plus 40 from the Headhunter dying off screen. We do an Entangle, we hit the Grunt. Grunts are a little tankier, so we need to hit a little bit more, but it helps us to pick off units. Don't get too carried away in the battle micro. Create space for yourself by momentarily pulling back from time to time. This allows you to focus on the management of your base and your economy. We are now able to put the wisps in the gold mine, and that's going to give us bonus money. At 38 to anywhere at 45 population, tech to tier 2. This is what it's called when you take your Tree of Life and you upgrade it to a Tree of Ages. We've done that. You can also get an attack upgrade on the Hunter's Hall for Huntresses and Archers. It's the top left icon in the Hunter's Hall. Armor is also okay to upgrade on them. And Sentinel and Huntresses gives them a new ability that allows you to put an owl on trees around that lasts a long time and reveals a large area around it. This can give you bonus information about the enemy's movements. A lot of fun to use and very powerful. So we're spamming Huntresses now. The role of Huntresses is that they dominate other melee units from other races. They're very good against footmen, ghouls, and grunts. They're decent against heroes, and they're good against buildings and workers. They're a nice, spammable, fast-moving mass unit. However, their survivability is not great. They're particularly weak against enemy ranged attacks. This is where our tech transition comes in. Feel free to make as many Huntresses and Archers as possible. You can make them roughly in a 1-to-1 ratio, or 2-to-1, or 1-to-2. In other words, you can have more hunts than archers, more archers than hunts, or roughly equal numbers. Heal scroll is big for an army such as this. Purchase it from the Goblin Merchant at any time, and try to use it when many of your units are hurt. Once you start getting supply blocked, start making more Moonwells. If your money is getting higher than mine in this demo showcase, feel free to exaggerate. Instead of queuing up 2 Huntresses in your Ancients of War, queue up 8. It's okay. If you have 2000 gold, which you most likely will at some point, just make loads of units from your Ancients of War. Fill it up fully with Huntresses and Archers. You win games like this by having more units than your opponent. Additionally, if you're under threat of getting supply blocked, that is to say the left and the right number over here on the top right are the same number and you can't produce units because you're blocked, feel free to make 3 Moonwells at the same time, rather than 1 or 2 at a time. That way, you won't have to worry about increasing your supply cap for a long time to come. If you're under attack at this point, make more wisps. Always make more wisps when you're under attack. And use them to build Ancient Protectors or Ancients of War to help defend. Additionally, fill up your unit production queue from the 2 Ancients of War, making Hunters and Archers. So long as you have superior numbers, there are very few armies that cannot be beaten by Huntresses and Archers. Yet, we will tech to a new tech. To do that, we need bonus lumber. So, we're gonna make extra wisps from our expansion whenever our lumber drops under 200 or 300. Anytime you have over 500-600 lumber, there's no need to make extra lumber wisps. This is kind of how we try to balance our economy. When you get to tier 2, when your Tree of Ages completes, get the improved bow upgrade from the Ancient of War. The improved bow makes archers have far more range. And also get the Moonglaive upgrade. It allows the Huntress bounce to bounce a 3rd time. So there are 3 targets that are getting attacked by the Huntress. It's a powerful damage amplifier. If the going gets tough, Town Portal out by double clicking the Town Portal scroll in your inventory, and then use Moonwells to heal up by right clicking your units on Moonwells. This is roughly where we can start adding Ancients of Lore. The Ancient of Lore is a unit production building that creates Dryads, Mountain Giants, and Druids of the Claw, aka Bears. Bears are a powerful tank unit, but they also have a damage boost for allies by using Roar. It's temporary, so it must be repeated from time to time. It's a buff. And they have Rejuvenate, which is a 400 HP heal that can be used in combat. Once your army gets big, you may find that you need to use control groups, rather than just rectangle selecting things. I like to put all the archers in control 2, and all the huntresses and the hero in control 1. That way, you can rapidly press 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 while spamming right clicks on your mouse, and then your whole army will start moving there. That's what I'm doing now. Another important tool that you will need to use is the attack move command. The way you do that is by finding the attack hotkey on your command card while you're controlling a unit. For me it's A, and for many it's A. If you use the attack move hotkey and then you press the left click on your mouse, all your army will move to the desired location. However, it will engage any enemies it meets on the way, attacking them. This is an effective way to get the most out of your army, making sure that all your army at least is moving towards the enemy and engaged in combat by attacking enemies that it finds. That's how you start fights. And then you use hero abilities. The next step is to try and reposition your army if it's taking too much damage or getting too far away from you. And anytime you don't want to be in the fight anymore, either you use the Town Portal scroll or you start right clicking away from your army while pressing 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now sometimes you're going to have units that are not in your control group. If you want to add them, drag a box around the units that you want to add to the group and then press Shift 1 to permanently add them to the control group selection of group 1. Same as for any other number. Second hero can be Demon Hunter or Priestess of the Moon. Demon Hunter will spec Mana Burn and Evasion. We separate our Keeper of the Grove from the group about 1200 range away, which I'm gonna draw rectangles soon, I think, or maybe I won't. Anyway, separate him about half a screen away so that he doesn't share experience with the Demon Hunter. Now, all the experience from the creep camp is going to the second hero, the Demon Hunter. We're almost getting to 80 population. Both 50 and 80 pop are natural pit stops, because you suffer attacks if you go over it, you get less money. It's not something you should worry about too much, but if you ever wonder why people take a pit stop at 50 or 80, that's why. That's where you get the most money before getting an even larger army. You shouldn't let it stop you from making a big army though, as big armies win games. At this point, ideal would be to make 2 additional Moonwells to unlock the potential maximum army cap of 100 supply. Every Moonwell gives 10 population. We've also been getting bear upgrades. Master training. There we go with the 2 Moonwells to unlock the capacity from 80 to 100. These bears are a tier 3 melee unit. We're going to add them to group 1 together with Keeper, Demon Hunter and Huntresses. If we run out of space, we'll just add it to any group, even the Archer group. It's okay. The most important thing is that we can use control group 1 and 2. This is the radius the Keeper needs to remain without of in order to get experience only for the demon. I'll show it one more time. When the demon is farming this creep camp, I'm gonna draw a box, which is the range within which, if only the demon is there, this range right here. If the Keeper is outside of this box, demon will get solo XP. And this is a good thing, because level 5 heroes can no longer gain experience from neutral NPCs. Level 5 heroes can only get experience from killing player-controlled units. So if we want to farm our demon, it's better if he does it alone. But if you can't worry too much about it, don't worry if you forget. There are many things to learn in Warcraft 3, and it's important to have fun. So we focus on making big armies and killing things. That's fun. We have a new Town Portal scroll, and we're gonna go in for the attack. You see the little icon that appears when we do a roar? This icon right here. That orange icon is an indicator that unit is affected by roar. The bear summons it. It is a 100 mana spell on the Druid of the Claw, aka the bear. And it gives a 25% damage boost. Oh look, our keeper is level 6. We can use our ult. It's a huge AoE heal that is a game-winningly strong. If you can get your keeper to 6, you're gonna have some fun. Our army is shredding their defenses. And we've got lots of money still because of the early expansion. When playing this build, you may feel the challenge of the Ancient of War creeping. This is an acquired taste. It's a skill that needs some effort to build up. You can play without the Ancient of War creeping. Simply make Treants, Force of Nature from the Keeper, and use them to tank the first camp. That's okay. It'll be a little slower, but I decided to include it anyway because Ancient of War creeping is so iconic for Night Elves. If it's too hard, just play 10 games without it and then try to learn the skill. After you get some bears, you can start developing upgrades for them. If you still have a large Huntress Archer army, you can get more attack upgrades for them. As you can see, they do a lot of damage. I hope you have fun trying this build. Stick around for the second part of the video and the third part. The second part, I will show you a intermediate build. If you prefer this as a beginner, you absolutely can play with it as well. The intermediate guide is meant for players that are on W3 champions with a 1000 MMR or above. If you are in the 400 to 1000 MMR radius, this build I think will be more effective for you. There is a bit of extra management with having an expansion, but it gives you a lot of extra leeway to spam units. Something I've noticed my low MMR students really enjoy and need. Good luck with that. Okay, now let's go to the intermediate guide. This guide is called Basic Bears. I will show you a build order of it, and then I'm going to be demoing it against a player, as well as showing it here, its basic build up. Here's Basic Bears. This is a bread and butter build for Night Elf. It works in every matchup. It uses a Pandaren Brewmaster second. The Pandaren Brewmaster is a powerful area of effect dealing hero that deals damage, provides a slow, and makes opponents miss. He's not that easy to use, but he's quite powerful, and therefore I find him a more interesting inclusion for this build than the more traditional Naga Sea Witch or Keeper of the Grove as a second hero, the first being Demon Hunter. I did note, if you're against Elf, get a Keeper of the Grove second instead of Panda, though that's not a hard rule. Feel free to experiment with different heroes. I've just suggested what I think is going to be the highest success chance for you to have fun with and to be prepared for a wide variety of different enemy opponent builds. It starts with Demon and 5 Archers, and then goes into a Pandaren Brewmaster, 2 Ancients of Lore, Dryads, and Bears. While this build doesn't include an expansion by default, no second Trees of Life here, if you have money for it and you feel it's the right situation, just add an expansion anyway. Okay, without further ado, let's jump into the game. I'll do a demo battle. This build starts with 5 Wisps, 4 go into the gold mine, and 1 branches off and makes an Altar of Elders. We always keep 1 to 2 Wisps in production. And the first new Wisp that's produced will build a Moonwell. Just like the beginner's build with the Keeper of the Grove, this Demon Hunter and Bears build will rally the second new Wisp to the Ancient of War location. Upon reaching there, it will build an Ancient of War near to the trees, near to the creep camp. I put it in control group 3, and I put Altar in control group 5. I put Tree of Life in control group 4. I find this to be a pretty nice system once you get used to it. Building these habits early in an RTS can feel a little daunting, but by using the tools properly, you will gain a lot of peace of mind later, as you'll be able to hinge on good habits from early on. The first Wisp goes on Lumber after building the 3 buildings, the second one into Gold, and all future Wisps will go to Lumber as well. Once the altar finishes, we're going to construct a Demon Hunter, who is a cunning hero adept at maneuvering through battles. At 16 population, we take a Wisp and we build Moonwell. Or more accurately, once we have 40 lumber, we can build the Moonwell. If you want to be efficient with it, you can pull a wisp off the trees at 35 lumber, so that you'll already be in location to build the moonwell as it is time. By not having too many wisps in production, we have enough money when the Ancient of War finishes to start our first archer. I'm showing you locations where future Ancients of Lore can go. Keeping those in the back can be useful so that they won't get cancelled by an opponent. We make 2 more wisps. We shoot a shot, instantly run after shooting the shot, uproot the Ancient of War. The Ancient of War can do an auto attack on the creeps, then move towards the trees. Do another auto attack, and then move to the trees during the attack cooldown regeneration. Then, once it's eating the tree, it's regenerating health and can do more attacks on creeps. Make sure you don't last hit the creeps with Ancients of War, as it will deny experience. We're going to root the Ancient of War now, and then we're going to make a second archer. The Demon Hunter picks up the item. And then, at 21 population, which I already did, we can tech the tier 2. We have 9 wisps on lumber, as you can see, with 5 in gold. We're making a second archer from the Ancient of War. After the second archer, we can make a moonwell. I was just kind of looking, spacing again for whether there's enough space for 2 Ancients of Lore in a shop. From here on out, it's pretty standard if you don't get attacked. This is a demo against AI, so I'm not getting attacked. I'll do a demo version of this later in the video, where I play against real players and you can see what it looks like when someone messes with you. But if we don't get disturbed, it's 4 moonwells total as we tech the tier 2. 4 total, so 2 extra. We build a Hunter's Hall when our Tree of Life is halfway to produce the tier 2. We make a total of 5 archers. If we lose archers, we don't replace them. We save our money for tier 2 buildings, and for Panda, and for going to tier 3. Look, our Tree of Life is 50%. Boom, Hunter's Hall. The Hunter's Hall is a prerequisite for Ancients of Lore, and it takes half as long to produce as the Tree of Life takes to upgrade to Tree of Ages. We have 4 archers in our group. That means we make 1 more. I'm gonna buy a circlet here while selling cloak. This is a powerful item to tank with. Because this is a slightly higher MMR game, I'm showing a little bit of limit testing with my demon, where I'm tanking most of the creep damage, but as I drop really low and I can only take 3 more hits, I walk back and I start tanking with archer. Normally you don't want to tank with archers, but I'm being a little greedy here and I'm using an archer. I didn't lose it. And we're kind of making an open jaw base layout, keeping 3-4 gaps in between the moonwells while walling off the left and the right side of our base. This is also a good time to uproot your Ancient of War and start walking it towards your expansion. Just like the first camp, the 4th camp can be tanked excellently by Ancient of War. So this is where you would make Keeper if you're against Elf, but we're gonna show the Panda build. So we're gonna go to the tavern. Gonna hire a tavern hero. We make 2 lores, we need Panda, and we need some wisps. I don't have enough money for it right now because I bought the circlet, but most likely you will have enough money for it because you made some timing mistakes, which is fine, by the way. I forgive you. This is where you can show off your multitasking. Demon Hunter goes to attack the enemy and Mana Burn his hero and try not to die, while the Pandaren Brewmaster, now in control group 2 with his archers, can pull the creeps, tank with the Ancient of War without stealing any of the creeps with Ancient of War. Make sure to watch your own replays to see if you made this mistake or not. This is how we learn. Ancient of War is tanking, Panda and archers are delivering finishing blows. We've made a bunch of lores. Every time we look away from demon, we walk demon away from the enemy. When we have attention span to look at the demon again, we go in, we try to mana burn. Now I don't want to look, so I move away again. I've made a few extra wisps to regenerate. I feel like I have enough, so I'm going to cancel the wisp that I had there. And at 33 population, I'm teching from tier 2 to tier 3. In other words, I upgrade my Tree of Ages to Tree of Eternity. My lores are now in Control Group 4, overriding what I had before, which is where Tree of Life was Control Group 4. And these lores will be producing bears and adept training. I'm simulating Demon Hunter Harass while Panda is creeping. The way that this build wins is via Druids of the Claw and a high level Demon and Panda. Panda level 3 is when you can really start playing the game. He has incredibly powerful spells that should be used in this order. First Drunken Haze, then Fire Breath. If you put beer on the opponent and then put it on fire, they burn. If you first put Fire Breath, but there's no beer on them yet, it's worse. I showed the combo here. It's a 145 mana spell combo. And so it's quite high in mana cost. You can buy mana potions on Panda to help with it. When we're going to tier 3, we can build a shop. We want this finished when we get to tier 3 so we can buy Orb of Venom. After playing around a bit in Antarctica with our Demon Hunter and our Panda has been farming up closer and closer to level 3, we bring our army together and we're going to stay more as a core unit together. Panda has done some solo creeping, which is nice. Note that in this game, by the way, I upgraded the improved bows upgrade for archers. Their range gets 40% extra range. You should only do this if at this point in the game you still have your 4 or 5 archers. If you're down to 2 or 3, don't bother, it won't be worth it. We make a combination of dryads and bears, prioritizing bears, but adding dryads if we don't have so much money or if we want a bit of extra range damage. We tank with Demon Hunter as he's the tankiest in this army. And then our Panda is now level 3. Our tier 3 is finishing. I'm at 8 minutes 25 seconds. Your tier 3 might finish at 9 minutes or 10 minutes because it's going to be a little slower. We buy Orb of Venom and we buy Staff of Preservation. I still have everything in one control group because my unit count is under 12. This allows me to easily move around the map. Now we get the Master Claw training for bears. We do some roars, which buffs our damage output. And if our demon gets attacked and is under threat of dying, we're gonna town portal out. If our Panda gets attacked, we're gonna use Staff of Preservation on the Panda to get him to safety. We can then press F2 twice to center on him, heal him on the Moonwells, and then bring him back into the fight. There's the Drunken Haze Fire Breath combo again. Also, Dryad Abolish upgrade can be quite nice. You can leave it on autocast, which it is by default. But if you become more picky and advanced, you can use Dryad without autocast on Abolish. That way you will have to manually dispel things. I recommend leaving it on autocast, but you can right click it to turn it off if you so desire, which I just showed. Now my control groups are evolving. I also need bonus Moonwelves. I like to build 2 at a time. So I'm at 50 out of 50 and building 2 so that I can go all the way to 70. This is how it would look like if you staff a Panda. You staff him, then you click him, you follow him back to base, or you just click on your base on the minimap, and then you heal him up and you bring him back into battle. I'm checking if he has any expansions. Looks like he doesn't, so I'm gonna attack his main base. My attack timing now is minute 10. I'm level 4-3, but I was not stopped by the enemy at all. You will never get results like this when the opponents are messing with you. Open with a Drunken Haze Fire Breath, bam. Use items, start with an attack move, then use spells, then use items. Then look at, are my units attacking the right thing? Am I losing anything? Is anything dying? Do I need to panic solve anything? Is my demon dying, bear dying, panda dying? Is this a good fight? If it's not, pull back, make more units, make more upgrades, etc. So this is the intermediate guide. The demon and panda are monsters and everything else is a support unit. We have mana burn level 3. We prioritize it over evasion. We prioritize Fire Breath over Drunken Haze. That's it. That's us winning this game. There's Fire Breath level 3 and everything is dead. Okay, which build did you like more? Let me know in the comments. And also let me know if, even though you're a newbie, you're going to do the Demon Panda build instead. Or vice versa, you're intermediate, but you want to try the Keeper expansion build. I prefer the Keeper expansion build personally. I think it's a lot of fun and it gives you a lot of units. Let me know what you think and how it was going for you. But now, I'm gonna go on to do demo games live. Okay guys, we found a game as Night Elf. We're gonna be showing off one of the builds. I think the one that people will need the most help with is going to be the beginner guild. The beginner build. So I'm gonna be starting with the Keeper of the Grove build that goes for an expansion. Alright, 4 wisp in gold, 1 in altar. First new wisp that comes out builds a moonwell. And then the next new wisp that comes out goes to build an Ancient of War. Now there's something else you should know. Remember how closely I built the Ancient of War in the first game? Creep camps can be built to very nearby, but for gold mine creep camps, that is not quite true. You need to be much further away. Half a screen away at least. Otherwise they wake up and kill your Ancient of War. So it's gonna make this one a little bit more difficult. Luckily Lost Temple may not be the map that you'll be playing, and it's gonna be easier. Normally we would be finding a nearby green or orange camp that's not a gold mine. Gold mines have really large aggro radius to wake up if you build 2 nearby. Okay, Keeper of the Grove. I did have a small mistake where I filled up my mine first before sending a wisp to trees. If you have seen the demo, you will have noticed this mistake. If you haven't, you were not paying enough attention. Either way, rules remain the same. If you get 40 lumber, build your second moonwell. And when the Ancient of War finishes, we're gonna make an archer. Because it's further away from the camp, we're probably just gonna wait next to it for a little bit. Or I could show what it looks like when we start the expansion without the help of an Ancient of War. For those that are uncomfortable with Ancient of War creeping. Either way, keep in mind that when you're at 20 population, you need 1 more wisp outside of the one that's currently being produced. Gonna summon Treants the moment we come out. Ancient of War walks to the expansion. We're gonna bring a wisp immediately. If you remember, that's something we do. We wait till he gets a little bit nearer, like this near. Then we're gonna pull the camp with our Keeper and use the Ancient of War to tank. Notice how all the creeps are hitting the Ancient of War. We are against a real player, so there's someone right here. I have to repair the Ancient of War. This is the... You know what? This is very bad. Because he's right next to us. This is no longer a beginner's guide. I think I have to regame. We throw this one away. Yeah, he ruined it. Guys, I'm just gonna play my heart out. No more commentary, right? Let's fuck this guy up. Let's see if we can beat Priestess of the Moon first. With an expansion like this. Wait, I lost my Ancient of War. I need to make a new one, right? Okay, let's heal up, get mana. Wait, hold on, he's back? Bro. I'll send a wisp to the lab. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Keklamau. 1 Ancient of War, 2 Ancient of War, Hunter's Hall. He's gonna go mass hunt all in, by the way, so this is going to be tricky. He TP'd out, but he might come back immediately. I'm gonna go Huntress, bring additional Wisp to expansion and make multiple APs. Yeah, there it is, Mass Huntress. You know what? I'm gonna build APs on the high ground here. He's probably gonna cancel the one at my expansion. Tree of Life finished, which is nice.
Our
Some
sacred
mana.
grove is being desecrated.
Yeah, this is gonna get cancelled. We knew that.
Light your building.
Need to kill all the wisps. Oh, he found my AP.
Your building.
Need to attack the huntresses. This is great. We have an AP, guys.
Your building. In position.
Huge damage. And now the other AP had time to finish.
I stand ready. Your building. Standing guard.
Have a nice day.
Our warriors have engaged the
Do we just leave this in anyway? Expo finished. That's how to do it. I feel like it's good. We just leave it in. Undeleted.
standing guard.
It's okay. Oh my god. I lost more. Okay, we'll just go heal. We have Expo. Easy, right? Let's get attack upgrade, which will be like True Shot. But you know what he can't get? An Entangle upgrade. Can't get it. Ah!
By the spirits, naturally. Command me. Is there danger? Well, there it is.
Ooh, nearly died. 15% miss chance? No, it's 25.
By the spirits,
On your mark.
nature
Our
is
sacred
restless.
grove is being desecrated.
Threatens the wild.
God, light my path.
Calendar
Speak your mind.
is restless, naturally.
Speak your mind. Absolutely. I insufficient force. In position. Coming. God, light my path. Standing guard.
Death to all defilers. So shall
Retake the last. I shall not fear. Our warriors have engaged the foes. God, light my path.
GG. Where's your shop? Keeping it shop? Yeah, I think it would have been good to make shop, but I was tier 1, you know. I don't think I ever went tier 2. Good, good. One more with the demon build, the demon panda build. Then we've got it all. Okay. This one is going to be the demon hunter panda build. So you're going to get altar, then you're going to make Moonwell, and then Ancient of War. On this map is called Northern Isles. We're going to go to send our Ancient of War at the top camp, the top green camp. By the way, if you want to get a map overlay name and stats overlay, like this, there's a program called W3booster.com. That's what I'm using. That's how you can see my control groups as well. You can see this in-game. I have chosen not to see it in-game, but you can see it on my OBS. God luck, man. I'm pretending to have bad English. That doesn't know how to spell his own country.
Your building is
Let's go
your
Demon Hunter.
building is complete.
I do from double space question mark. Just to kind of screw with him. Oh god.
More lumber is required.
Quick, I need some French, Timor.
Your building is complete.
He said I'm dead. I say I'm dying of laughter. Mort de rire. Oh my god. This is not a Night Elf guide, it's a French guide. That's so unlucky. It's like pretending to know French, taking your girlfriend to a French restaurant, and you say you know French well, but then the waiter is actually French and he's speaking to you in French. Wait, why do I have female demon hunter? I turned this off. Anyways. I turned this off today. It automatically turns on. It feels a bit forced.
We must act.
Okay, go to the next camp.
Yo!
Night Elf Duolingo combo less than 3.
Yep. Let's take the small green camp here.
Last.
Root our Ancients of War, get level 2. This is a good time to check if they have an expansion. Tuck a wisp behind their gold mine.
We must act. The time has come.
It's not nighttime yet, so it'll wake up if we do it now. Third Moonwell timing.
Our warriors have
Command me. Veronica.
We're level 2. We can either creep more or we can harass a bit. Let's harass a bit. We'll bring some wisps nearby so we have them if we require the use of them.
The time has
We
come.
make new archers whenever possible.
last.
Acolyte is seeing us.
Veronica.
Wisp is getting near his
My
expansion.
blades thirst.
Some guy taught undeads how to fast expand, so I'm kind of paranoid that this could happen. A lot of people have been fast expanding.
Quickly.
Looks like he's not. He's
The
honorable.
time has come.
Gonna send a wisp here behind laboratory so I can use reveal. Hunter's Hall because our Tree of Life is halfway. Very good item, Potion of Replenishment. Can use this after this creep camp.
Quickly.
This is our 4th archer. We're gonna make one more and then we'll uproot the Ancient of War.
My
And we're gonna
blades
bring it with
thirst.
us to a next camp to farm our
We
Pandaren
must
Brewmaster.
act. Anador, Anador.
And once we have money, we can make a 4th Moonwell.
Quickly.
Strangely, we don't see much where he is. So I'm just gonna kind of spread wisps around.
time
He
has
might be
come.
here.
point the way.
There's a French player that creeps this, then this. Like
My
Craft.
blades
Surely
thirst.
that wouldn't be this guy.
Veronica.
No, that would be too advanced, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. We'll just creep our own expansion then. And we'll put a wisp near the middle of the map.
Command
Oh,
me.
there he is. That's actually him.
Point the way.
We must act.
Control group 2 for archers, 1 for demons, so we can group them separately. I bring in a wisp for skeletons.
Command me. The time has come. My blades thirst.
Point the way.
Quickly. Veronica.
Oh, he just saw a taste of my micro tryhard. I wonder if he dares.
Quickly.
Yeah, anyway, let's uproot the Ancient of War, make a lore,
My blades thirst. Anador, Anador.
go buy a Pandaren Brewmaster.
At last. We must act.
Fire Breath first.
Your blood is mine.
Ancient of War will move to an orange camp. This time it's going to be the one below our base. Need a little bit more wisp.
Anador, Anador.
Can give item to him so he's more tanky. Demon goes to heal. Panda creeps a small green, and once the Ancient of War gets to the orange, we can help the panda.
The time has come. My blades
Demon Hunter
thirst.
heals up. One more
My
wisp.
blades thirst.
Always need more wisps.
We must act. Command me. The time has
I'll
come.
put it on your tab. Another
Quickly.
round? Another round?
The time has come. Command
You
me.
seem a little hard.
Veronica.
Trouble brewing?
Okay, time to tech up to tier 2. Put another wisp on my expansion. Demon goes into mana burn.
Our warriors have engaged.
My blades.
Mana burn and
thirst.
run. Mana burn and run.
Have one on the house.
Ancient War's a little late.
At last.
It's still helpful to wait for him because it saves you a lot of health.
Command me. Though I be
Another
damned.
round?
Anador, Anador. At last. My blades
You seem
thirst.
a little hard.
Our warriors
Quickly.
have engaged the enemy.
The time has come.
Is trouble brewing? I'll put it on your tab. You seem
We must act.
hard.
Your building
My
is
blades thirst. Command
Another
me.
round? Name your poison.
Quickly. The time has come.
Is trouble brewing?
must act.
Name your poison. You seem a little hard.
My blades thirst.
Time to make shop.
Another round? Name your poison.
Quickly. Veronica.
Hard. Prepare to get crushed. I bring pandemonium.
Command me.
Think we send Panda mid.
At last. Anador, Anador.
Farm the rest of this camp that he has exposed. We'll make one Dryad so we have some pools. Some slow
None shall
CC.
survive.
Another round? I'll give it a shot.
Command me. Though I be damned. Quickly. Though I be
Name your
damned.
poison.
My blades.
Now we use Rejuve on Demon Hunter.
We must act.
It's gonna be demoralizing for him.
Trouble brewing? Now you're in danger.
The time has come.
More
My
bears.
blades thirst.
He's using Potion of Replenishment. That's a cancel.
Name your poison. This will be great.
Always good to get Invulnerability Potion on any melee
We must
heroes.
act.
Your building is
last.
complete.
Another round?
Quickly.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
Trouble brewing?
Okay, very good to give Quel'Thalas and Periapt back to Demon now that we are all together.
My blades thirst.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
This priest will remove
We
buffs.
must act.
Name your poison.
So first we drop it to 0 mana, and then we rejuvenate the panda, or he's gonna lose the
Has
buff.
come. We must act.
With tier 3 we get Master
The
Claw.
time has come.
Trouble brewing?
My blades thirst.
Send Demon home. He needs 2 slots to get Orb of Venom and Staff. Leave item for Panda.
I'll give it a shot. Name your poison.
Panda's level 3, that means we're basically in fighting form, but we don't have to fight immediately.
Quickly.
We scale infinitely basically.
Another round? I'll put it on
Command
your
me.
tab. Have one on the house. Oh,
Because Demon
The time
and
has
Panda
come.
can kill everything in the game.
you seem a little parched. The
Research
has
finished.
awakened. Of course.
We must act.
Okay, there's Staff of Preservation.
Name your poison. I'll give it a shot.
My
You
blades
seem a
thirst.
little parched.
Quickly.
Have one on the house.
We're in great fighting shape because Panda is level 3.
Brewing?
Our warriors
Another
have engaged
round?
Quickly.
the enemy.
Is trouble brewing? I'll put it on your tab.
My blades
You
thirst.
seem a little parched.
We must act. Run for your
Name
life.
your poison. Have one on the house. I'm another round. That is trouble brewing. I'll give it a
Command. At
Name your
last.
poison.
The time has come.
I have to TP out.
Put it on your tab.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
We must act.
Another round.
Because I over committed my demon.
My blades thirst.
2 Moonwells. Whenever we need Moonwells.
Command me. Veronica.
Brewing? Name your
The
poison.
time
Always
has
get
come.
Clarity or Mana Pot on Panda. We already have Mana Pot. I don't have
Seem a little harsh. Another
don't have
round.
money for another Mana Pot anyway.
The time has come.
What is
We
next?
removed mana before we TP'd, so that's very good. We're gonna put a Wisp on his expansion, which he most likely crept, so
We
we know
must
when he's
act.
taking it.
Command me.
I would imagine he's creeping
My
the
blades
red spot
thirst.
here. He's not.
Command.
Then we do. This is where we can get a luxury upgrade, Mark of the Claw. Second
must act.
Night is appearing as well, so Ultra Vision and then Wellspring. We're also gonna get Roar. Transform our bears.
My blades thirst.
Rejuve our Demon Hunter.
The time has come.
Great item. Khadgar's Pipe of Insight. Bonus mana regeneration. Best thing you can get with this build.
Anidor
Okay,
Anidor.
Panda's level 4.
The time
He
has
is
come.
indeed building a town
At
portal.
last.
We can send 2
My
archers there
blades
and send our
thirst.
hero to the shop
Now I be damned.
to buy
Quickly.
TP scroll. Also, always put a wisp on every location that has previously been cleared. We'll also get the Wellspring upgrade. So I put these archers to right click goldmine and then I right click them away.
We must act.
Looks like he already cancelled it.
My blades
Trouble
thirst.
brewing.
I'm gonna sell Ring of Superiority
Trouble brewing.
so I can purchase a healing scroll on Panda and a TP on Demon. We are fully inventoried.
Command me.
He's gonna be here or here, the final creep camps on the map. Let's get a little bit of an advanced look. He finished
The
it.
time has come.
What did he drop? Khadgar's
must
Pipe of
act.
Insight. Looks like he doesn't like the item. Oh, he does
At
like it.
last. Though I be damned.
Right before the fight, you can start
Quickly.
going over.
Name your poison. Have one on the house.
Over 50 food and make extra units.
Your blood is mine.
Killed 1 exit. Remember, he cleared a gold mine, put a wisp there. If you build up this discipline of always putting a wisp on cleared gold mines,
My
you'll be
blades
very grateful for it.
command me.
No space for items, we just
Anidor
kill it.
Anidor.
This can be used by Panda.
Brewing.
Inventory is full.
I'll put it on your
We must
Potion of
act.
replenishment.
The
Demons
time
level
has
4.
come.
It becomes time to start splitting our army, melee and ranged. So we have Control Group 2 and 3. Let's get more
My
Dryads.
blades thirst.
Get a Strength of the Wild to upgrade our first
We
one.
must act. Command me.
All the creeps are gone, so this would be a time where you could either go for a base attack.
The time has come.
Aim dead center.
Quickly.
I put Dryads in Control Group 2,
The time has
re-add
come.
archers to 1. This is where you could either attack the enemy base, or you could make an expansion
My
in order to
blades
close out the game.
drawn a card.
The great outdoors.
Though I be damned.
We're getting Abolish upgrade.
Quickly.
You see how useful it is to put a wisp on gold mines? So you can immediately see whether it's being taken.
Command me.
Since he's in the corner, we can trade town portals. If we town portal when he town portals,
Quickly.
then it's trade.
What is nature's call?
My
We count
blades
5
thirst.
cigarettes, which means he has the
We must
capacity
act.
to go to 50 population and then on to 60. 4 cigarettes means 50, 5 means 60. We are at 65, so we know for a fact our army is bigger. We're gonna... He's basically calling our bluff.
My blades thirst.
Maybe I can burn down his base before he kills us.
Quickly. My blades thirst.
No, I'm just gonna TP. Risky. We did kill his base, which is cool. We lost a single unit, a TP and a Halls of the Dead. This does not reduce his income,
Command me.
but it does remove the ability for him to TP or make acolytes. So a follow-up attack could be
My
devastating.
blades thirst.
You see.
We must
So what we're
act.
gonna do is we're gonna get another town portal
The time
and then
has come.
use a circumvented
My
route
blades
while putting a
thirst.
wisp in the middle to check if he's coming for us, and putting some wisps on
Quickly.
intersect.
Is there trouble?
So we're gonna go like this, back to his base, with a town portal.
Grove is being
He immediately shows up, cancels the gold mine, then we're just gonna build a new Tree of Life elsewhere.
We must act.
He might kill these 2 Moonwells before I get to his base, but he can't TP back. He doesn't have a TP. So, this is bad for him.
Quickly.
sacred
He
grove
cannot
is
win
being
an elimination battle because he cannot town portal. Now, by the way, I would win a fight straight up, but I'm showing a way to play that if you enjoy it, can be different than just
Command me.
Are we being
a
invaded?
straight up attack.
Time has
Goals
come.
here are acolytes and ziggurats.
Your poison. I'll put it on your Trouble
Quickly. We must act. At last.
Grove is being desecrated.
The time has
So he's going for the tree. So now it's win-win, right? We removed a lot of ziggurats. He's trying to kill the Tree of Eternity, which is not easy. There's no way back into the game for him. We can win by elimination, but to give you guys a fun ending, I'm gonna TP and fight. Immediate mana burn on the Lich, if we can get there. We have lots of Moonwells. Archers on the Destroyers. Dryads on the Destroyers. He said well played. He had pre-game banter, but he was polite. I was gonna say it back.
Is there trouble?
GG. Bien joué. Yeah, but he respected the ending. I am Ghoulie. Cool. Hope you guys saw a cool rendition of both of the builds, and you can pick one that fits you. Good luck.